All
Ready,
right.
ready, ready?
Yeah. Are you gonna say like coffee and cones? Are you gonna play the little theme song?
Um, Maybe. Why
Insert
not?
theme song here.
Hey everybody, how's it going? And thanks for coming back to join us once again. I'm Conan,
Monica.
I'm Tim.
Yeah.
and we wanted to come back and give you guys a little update about Color Guard Idol. Yay!
Yay.
So your votes are in.
1,400 of them. 1,400 people voted. Honestly, I am just blown away. I did not expect to get 1,400 people to look at our little form and vote. So I am
That is a
very
big
excited.
number.
I know, like the numbers just kept going on. Like every day I opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. And then 112 people watched the replay on YouTube. That's crazy. Again, I did not think that that was going to be the thing. So thank you to everyone who did take the time to watch the replay. Thank you to everyone who voted. I'm really excited to announce this winner.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
So, as
Uh,
you know, our two finalists were Fort White High School and El Paso Gridley High School.
it came down like of the 1,400 votes, the winner got like just over about 100 more than the second, like the runner up. I mean, it was neck and neck. There were times where the difference was like 8, 10,
A
20 votes,
handful,
like
yeah.
just a handful of votes at a time. And I kept being like, oh my gosh, it was like a nail biter for 10 days. It was crazy. It was so
Seriously, the entire time it was like a difference of like a couple percentage points. Like the entire time. I was just
Yeah,
like,
the
"Oh my
entire
god."
time the voting was happening. So yeah, so congratulations to those two finalists for making it this far and for putting out something that got so many people to vote for them. I feel like it's a real big testament to both of the programs that were finalists in the fact that they were able to get, I mean, almost like 700 people voted for each one of them, which is amazing and crazy to think about, especially considering that Fort White High School, like the city of Fort White, Florida, only has 619 people in it, but almost 700 people voted for them. Like,
And that's
was that everyone
so
in the
cool.
right? I'm like, was that everyone in the city? It had to be. So, I
All
guess
right.
without further
I
ado,
want a drum roll.
right here we go. Yep, the winner is El Paso Gridley High School. Mel Iki and her band director Emma. I'm not going to try to pronounce Emma's last name. It starts with a W, and I will butcher it if I try. They were with us at the pitch session, and so I called them today and let them know that they were the winner, and they are very excited. They're going to be making the announcement to their students at band camp on Wednesday, which is why we hopped online and decided to put this little thing together. We are going to continue our conversation, the three of us, Conan, Tim, and I. We're going to record a special episode of Coffee and Cones, Color Guard with Conan, this weekend so that you out there in Color Guard land can really dig into meeting Tim and the conversations that Tim and Conan and I have. If you follow us on TikTok, you notice that most of our content centers around Tim and Conan and I, and it is honestly some of the most fun I think I've ever had in Color Guard. Tim brings a lot to the table, especially when it comes to having fun. So we're gonna get together and we're gonna continue the Color Guard conversation because now that it's August, we're talking about things like performances and costumes and cleaning and that sort of stuff. But we're also going to talk about how you should be starting to plan for your winter season, even though it's still the middle of summer. If you don't start planning now, you are behind. We know this. And so there's that delicate balance between color guard and winter guard. When you're middle of one season, you're actively planning for the next. And so that's what's on deck for August. But before we get there, we wanted to talk a little bit about the Idol winner, in so much that they originally in their pitch session told us that they wanted to use a cover of Toxic by Britney Spears, and they have a whole idea, and we're super excited and on board with that. But we are looking for some additional feedback, and I feel like this is where the audience comes in. Conan, what do you got? Tell us what's up. What should we be looking for?
Yeah, so I feel like everybody in Color Guard Land is familiar with Toxic by Britney Spears. If you're not, you should go listen to it because it's iconic.
What
And
rock did you crawl out from underneath if you've never heard of? Sorry, like where are you
Where
living
did you
that
come
you've never heard "Toxic" by Britney Spears?
but I feel like it's a song that a lot of people are very, very familiar with. So we've got a lot of potential for kind of these like ideas community wise to kind of come out. So if you've ever, played around with the idea of a toxic show and you're like, the perfect toxic show would definitely include red flags, or it would definitely include a trick like this, go ahead and let us know. I think it would be really, really cool to maybe like incorporate some of those ideas into the show, like, and have it be very like, not like formed, but like community driven. There we go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the whole reason that we are Evoke Performance Collective is because I recognize that I certainly don't know it all. And the years that I have had the most success have been the years that I've brought more people and more voices and more ideas to the table. I feel like this should be community driven. The more voices we have at the table, the better off the final product is. So if you have feedback or you have ideas or you have suggestions, please reach out to us and let us know. Tim, what are you excited about for doing a toxic show and helping El Paso Gridley? What do you see coming out of this?
It's a good question. I mean, honestly, it all depends on like the cover that's being used too, because that definitely shapes the entire show. Because there's so many different covers out there. There's like these really intense covers, these like poppier covers, or like I've seen covers from like the style of like the 1920s. So
I was gonna say, does Postmodern Jukebox have one? I bet they do.
They do.
Sure
They do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like
Oh my
how
God.
cool would it be to incorporate like red flags, but make it something that's maybe like a little
Make it
like Sopranos meets Toxic? Like people are,
Ooh.
I don't know, like I don't know,
Right,
something
like
fun.
whole
Like
like everything black and white with red flags.
yeah, right. Like,
That'd be good.
oh, so much could be so cool. I feel like you're right, Conan. This song has so much potential and opportunity. And I feel like we all have great ideas. We all have good ideas, but we could have more of them if more people were like, hey, have you thought about this? Or hey, what about that? I feel like it's always in the same way that I lesson plan. I always want more than I have room for. So the more ideas, the better. The more that we can throw in, the better. And we can kind of help El Paso Gridley High School kind of weed through what's going to make the most successful show for their program. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really cool thing. I'm super excited. I'm really excited to work with them. We have their Google Classroom already set up, and I've started putting some content in there so that they can start like some of our training, some of our stamina and conditioning things to really get their kids amped and ready to go. But in terms of like show theme and soundtrack and choreography and stuff like that, we are always open and willing to take suggestions. So
Yeah. So if you've got any ideas or suggestions for El Paso Gridley, go ahead and leave those comments, and we'll definitely be sure to pass those on
yeah,
and include them in the discussion.
I think that might be it for now.
I think so too. So keep your
Party.
eyes out for that special August episode featuring Tim. So we will see you in our August episode on wherever you listen to podcasts on, or on YouTube. Yeah.
And we will see you all later.
Yep. See you guys next time. Bye.